Welcome to Frames of Time. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video like this. Boeing 307 aircraft operated by Pan American World Airways in the 1940s. Interior of a train, 1800s. Dinner party at the Hotel Astor, 1904. An electric bathtub, 1910. A Ford Model A waits at a railroad crossing for a train to pass, 1930. A family on a summer holiday in a Fiat 500, Italy, 1967. A Western tourist posing in samurai armor, Japan, 1890. In 1864, a group of samurai toured Egypt and posed for a photo in front of the Sphinx. Sikangu Group at Rosebud Agency, South Dakota, circa 1890. New RCA quadruplex TV tape recorder, compact model, 1964. Boys Train Spotting, 1952. A sharecropper's family at their home in Little Rock, Arkansas, 1935. Children of a tenant farmer eating bread and flour gravy, Oklahoma, 1939. Ocean Hill, Brooklyn, 1940s. Keith Moon and his daughter with his car collection at home, 1973. London, England, 1955. Children leaving a store on their way to school, Louisiana, 1938. A mother with her 10 children, photographed in a Cochise County, Arizona studio, early 1900s. Sweeping debris in front of a company house, West Virginia, 1946. Woman feeding chickens outside, Claiborne County, Tennessee, 1940s. Daytona Beach, Florida, 1904. Steve McQueen and Jane Mansfield, 1959. Women skipping in the street during a lunch break, London, 1953. A shoemaker from the 1850s. A young girl during the Great Depression, 1930s. Daily life on the streets of New York City, 1903. This bride and groom were photographed in the 1860s. The USS Langley, the first American aircraft carrier, was converted from a coal cargo ship in 1928. American athlete Jesse Owens in London, after winning 4 gold medals at the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Women having tea in New Zealand, 1890. An East Tennessee mountain family at their cabin in the 1890s. Betty White posing with a magazine cover that reads, "Why Betty White Will Never Be a Star," 1957. Cowboys eating at the chuck wagon in the late 1800s. Children gather around to help a kitten in need of milk. Richmond, Virginia, May 1950. View of Hill Street looking north from 9th, 1937. Passengers gathered on the steamboat Osceola, Florida, 1874. The Louisville and Cincinnati Line sidewheeler City of Cincinnati on the Ohio River, circa 1906. A woman seated on a subway in New York City, 1951. Changing a flat tire on a Model T coupe in 1927. A man pleading for his wife's forgiveness inside divorce court, Chicago, circa 1948. Marilyn Monroe and Queen Elizabeth II, both 30 at the time, meet at a movie premiere in London, 1956. A Japanese woman carrying her children in a bucket on her head, Japan, early 1900s. Renowned conservationist, animal painter, and biologist Carl Akeley with a leopard he killed with his bare hands after it attacked him, 1896. Frank Sinatra, Ava Gardner, Tony Curtis, and Janet Leigh at the Empress Club in London, 1951. A mounted policeman in front of the Dykeman farmhouse at West 204th Street and Broadway, New York, 1897. Portrait of a young woman, photographed in 1895. Pasta factory in Italy, 1934. The earliest known photograph of quadruplets, taken in the late 1860s. Albert Einstein with his sister, Maya Einstein, in New York, 1939. Portrait of a mother and her daughter, photographed in 1910. An early use of a selfie stick, 1940s. Steve McQueen and Natalie Wood on the set of Robert Mulligan's Love with the Proper Stranger, 1963. Winona Ryder, Jodie Foster, and Julia Roberts, 1989. Dust Bowl refugees heading west to start a new life, 1939. London Military Hospital, 1918. Levi Strauss created the first jeans in 1850 as durable trousers for American miners. Immigrant children being examined by a city health officer on Ellis Island, New York, 1911. Stones were placed on students' heads to ensure they kept looking forward while driving. Zaria, 1940. Sigmund Freud posing as sculptor. Oscar Nemov creates his bust. Vienna, 1931. Tourists near the Leaning Tower of Pisa, 1976. The world's first ATM in San Francisco, California, USA, October 25, 1966. The 1959 Volkswagen featured an optional built-in coffee machine. Minimalist house in Los Angeles, 1964. A man collecting cigarette butts for processing into reconstituted cigarettes. Paris, 1900. Digital driving test in Hungary, 1982. A salesman refueling his motorized roller skates, 1961. Michigan Soldiers and Sailors Monument in Detroit, circa 1910. Michael Collins, the astronaut who took this photo in 1969, is the only human, living or dead, who is not in the frame of this picture. J.W. Waldron's Smith and Bicycle Works in Brighton, England, circa 1900. A mushroom cloud from a nuclear explosion seen from the Hotel Last Frontier in Las Vegas, 75 miles away, 1953. The 1933 NFL Championship between the Chicago Bears and New York Giants at Wrigley Field, Chicago, on December 17, 1933. A father singing to his children in Kentucky, 1949. Andy Griffith with his wife and children, 1965. A 1920s photograph of a little girl asking a gas station attendant for fuel for her pedal car. H-E-B grocery store at Las Palmas Shopping Center in San Antonio, 1982.